Greetings and salutations. So we're back. So I'm doing a little bit more grinding. I wanted to see if my thrall was closer to being done. Because I had that apprentice, which is I think it's a tier one. Um, it could be novice apprentice. I gotta look. Um, it's on the wiki. It's on the wiki, but I think it's a tier one. It's just a little painful. I think the next thrall that I put on the wheel is going to be a better. I'm gonna try to get a master or something, and that way it's just speeds this process up. But it's almost there. It's like 90, 85% there, so it's getting there. So I figured I'll do a little bit more kind of passive farming and just kind of get some more brick going and more iron so I can keep this pickaxe kind of running. Um, Look at those mountains in the background. That's pretty awesome. I'm running on a 1440p monitor, kind of like I guess the slang term for it is a 2K, right? You got 1K, 2K, and 4K. Your 1080p would be your 1K, and then your 1440p would be your 2K, and then your 4K was that I don't remember. It's the 36, I think it is 36 resolution. But yeah, the um, I try not to run. I try not to run any of the 4K stuff for the gaming because it's too much of a load on the video cards. Like you'll cook a video card, and because of the current supply issues on the market, man. Like, I was able to pick up a 6800 XT in Korea, but it was like super shady. I mean, it was like I had to buy it from a friend of a friend to a friend who bought it from a friend that bought it from a friend who owned a store who knew a retailer, and it cost me $1,000. And, because the way that business is kind of done in Korea, it's not like it's in the U.S. They don't go off MSRP; they just go off supply and demand. And so I was like, man, this is janky. I just prefer to go down to the store and buy it. But and some guy shows up like on a scooter, like on one of those 125cc scooters with a pair of flip flops, and he delivers my $1,000 or $1,100 video card. And I'm like, geez, this is janky, So I was like, I know this could end so badly. But it's been legit. I mean, it's a legit product. It was, it had all American writing on it. Had the manufacturer seal on it. It wasn't opened up. It just had a Korean sticker that was put on the box, and so it was legit. I mean, it was meant for the Korean market. And in hindsight, I thought, man, actually that's pretty efficient. Um, and prices continued to escalate. That worldwide on cards. I mean, some of those cards were getting to be like, uh, I mean, it was getting brutal. Some of those cards were getting to be like, I think a 3900 got up to $3,000 at one point. Like just brutal. And so, what else can I just kind of put in? There we go. Just to get the weight. I just want to get that metal cook in. There we go. Put this in there too. What kind of time do I have? You used to not be able to hit tab and see the decay timer on stuff, and I like how they added that. I like how you can um, you can do that. It's because before you would have to craft a hammer, and so that's definitely a kind of a little quality of life improvement. But the yeah, so and the card. I mean, I'm real happy with the card, and it's not a founders edition card. It's a Red Devil edition. So I mean, I'm real happy with it. But on a 2K monitor, and everything maxed out on Ultra, you can tell that even with that being kind of a premium card, it it's putting out some heat, and I just don't want to risk uh burning a card up because you can't get a replacement. It's just like good luck finding a replacement. If you go online and search, you'll see like the new 6600s that came out. No one's $700 for kind of a little entry level card. And so I'm just basically I turned all my games down to um like a 70% threshold just so they run cooler, and I'll feel the front of the case and I'll be like, I can kind of tell by the feel. I'll be like, that's too hot. That's too hot. And I'll turn down a bunch of settings just to keep it. I'm like, okay, that feels like 60 degrees Celsius kind of thing, and I'll turn it down so that way I don't cook my card, and I'm not able to get a replacement. I got the old card still that I took out of the case, and I was running a Vega 7 before, and ever since um, Nvidia came out with the RTX series and they just jacked up the price, I I kind of got salty with Nvidia. I felt like they were kind of like the old Intel, where they were just every year they would come out with a new card, and oh, I'm stuck on a rock. What the hell? It just got my ass kicked. Um, And so I got kind of salty with the Intel. They'd come out with a new chip, and they would purposely change the socket set so they'd force you to buy a motherboard and a chip. And every year you would just get like 3 to 5% gains, and yet they'd charge you $500, and it was blatant price gouging, because they cornered the market. And the Nvidia AMD came out with their Ryzen series and just started to dominate. And every time they came out with a new chip, they would give you 15-20% performance gains, and you didn't have to buy a new motherboard. You just had to buy a new chip. And so, even though I didn't make that upgrade, I still respected and appreciated the design philosophy and would reward it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm done with Nvidia. I'm done with Intel. I'm done with that shit. And so I'm like, even if I get 5% less performance, I don't care. I don't care. I'm done with that shit. Like, I'm not gonna put up with this predatory business practices. Um so I've been buying AMD chips and cards now for a couple of years, and I'm generally pretty happy, and I've had pretty good overall performance. I have run into a few issues in the past. Like, I stopped making some Conan videos for a while there because it was real choppy. And what I didn't realize is I thought it was an OBS issue. I thought it was a decoder OBS issue, and what it was actually was is there was a I think there was a patch update in Exiles. They added like some more features, and it maxed out the settings, and which made the card run at max capacity. And then because the card was running at max capacity, what it was doing was taking like all the bandwidth and putting it on the game, and not leaving any bandwidth for OBS to record. And then once I figured out what that was going on, because I experienced it once with the 6800 XT, and then I was like, oh, that's what it is. Oh, so all I had to do was turn down a couple. I forget which game it was. It wasn't Conan. It was like Ark, or it was Atlas, or it was something like that. All I had to do was turn down some settings, and then all my OBS videos they stopped frame skipping. Because before it would be like a 4-second frame skip, and it would record 4-second frame skip, record, and it just wasn't adequate viewable content. How heavy is this? That's kind of heavy. Viewable content. And I couldn't figure out how to like, I finally resolved what it was. And so in the Vegas 7, it was kind of like the problem with the Vegas 7 is, even though it had the HTM2 memory and it had the ultra fast memory, in some games, like, really, that memory and the way the game is made was really optimized. Like, that certain games would run really nice with that high performance memory. But the problem is the core architecture was kind of, it was designed for more of like uh, a 3D modeling application. I guess I ran past a little. Oh, interesting. Yeah, and so that's it's kind of just affected it was kind of like I think the 2800 overall was a much better experience. But yeah, ever since they came out with the RTX series cards, I just was like, man, it's too much money for what you get. They bumped that price back bracket up by like 50%. They went from a $700 card to like a $1,200 card, and this is before everything got stupid, and it just wasn't justifiable for the performance gains. And then, um, and this last round, like they did it again, and so they're, like, and their like latest launch was a paper launch. They make 1,000 cards, and then the market, people are buying them with bots, and it's just a disaster. That's ultimately it's a paper launch, right? And they're getting ready to launch here in the next month or so. Both AMD and Nvidia are getting ready to launch their next series of cards, video cards. The problem is they're going to be paper launch. They might have enough mat- components to put out. Let's say they put out 500 cards, right, or 1,000 cards. That's not enough to feed the demand on the marketplace. They need 50,000 cards or 100,000 cards. So ultimately, I mean, like, it's subjective when the terminology of a paper launch. It is, but that's what it is. If you can't meet 50% of the, in my opinion, right? In my opinion, if you can't meet 50% of the demand of the market, 30% of the demand of the market, it's a paper launch. And so there's no way that there's any supply out there, that they can get enough supply to meet um, anywhere close to probably even 20% or 10% of the demand that's on the market right now. Uh, one of the good things that's kind of been helping out a little bit with this demand issue is Bitcoin kind of took a little bump because China banned the mining of Bitcoin, and so that that put a lot of cards back on the market. But the problem was they weren't high end gaming cards; they were like mid-range cards also. So it really was kind of like meh, meh, meh. So that so anyways, kind of to close the loop on this discussion point, I am not running my stuff at max because it's just not worth the risk of burning up a card, just because of the supply and demand issues. But if I ever do buy a new card, I'll get an AMD card. I prefer their business model and their business practices, and I won't buy, even though you could argue that Intel's a better card, or not card, and Nvidia is a better card. Sorry, Green Team's a better card. I won't. I won't buy them. I'll take the 5 to 10% hit just because they're kind of predatory business practices that I'm not gonna put up with. Um, yeah, some passive mining. So the two berserkers are that will wander down here, and they're good, really good thralls to get. Um, they're usually down here at the bottom. Let's see if somehow this guy might have built something to block it. Nice. Always like what I like to hear in the morning. A nice little. What is she? What is she? I don't know what she is. Nice, nice screaming. Well, the aggro rate, it seems like it's a little excessive. Let's see what kind. It seems like he's put a little attention into this. What is this? It's pretty neat. I like what he's got going on here. Oh, he's got a map room. He's got a map. Found a map room. That's one of the things that I miss about. um, the Isle of Septa is that they always got a thrall wheel. Yep, 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 yep. I like what he's done. I like what he's done. Can I crawl in this? Oh, that takes damage. They have a little camp up here too. Oh, there's a. I don't want to mess with that cat. That kind of got distracted. Oh wow, somebody built a little hut up there on the. Oh, another map room. Look at that. Another map room. That's weird how they have this. Well, I don't need to build any map rooms. It's weird to have they have that little thing going. What we got? S Simber. That's a custom name. Sumerian Fighter 3. Stubby Simber. Yeah. Berserker. I'm seeing if there's any yoga. A lot of the names are changed, so it's hard to tell. The other thrall is usually over on this side, but I know there's two of them that are supposed to roam through here. Um, oh, see, look, yeah, see, there's the one. There's supposed to be another one that's on the pack side, and this one is usually always a berserker. And yeah, yep, 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 hit like a rock, like hit like I mean not a rock, a truck, a, a rock truck. Yeah, a rock truck. Hit like a rock truck. Just brutal, brutal. I don't really have, he'll eat me alive. I don't really have the. If I had a sword and shield, I could do him, but all I have is a spear. I don't want to waste it on this guy. Oh, look at that aggro. He's still committed. What if I crouch? Oh, he still wants some. Yeah, he's still. Eat my lunch. The nice thing about these Sumerian ones is they'll spawn with star metal weapons, and so that's a decent start. So like it's kind of a mid range. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're still a ways away. We're still a ways away. Let me see where I want to get this. That's a pretty decent haul. Pretty decent haul. Yeah. Get all this metal and put it in here. Fix my weapons. Repair. Repair. I need to get a little blacksmith just to cut the cost down on some of this repair. It could be just a tier one. It doesn't matter. Just or some repair kits at least, so I can get my star metal pickaxe back. Um, and then put this in there. There we go. And then kind of. Let's do this too. Let's do this. Can repair the torch. It's getting dark. Yeah, around the mounds, it gets super dark. One of the things though that I like about the Exiles map is how the different biodomes are so different in their environment, like how they. Yeah, like it's super dark. Me, there we go. There we go. Super dark. The torch, the mother's torch, is a great great torch. It's like one of my favorites. And I have messed it up a few times. I have let it burn down to like 30 seconds and it would not let me repair it. Oh, they're pissed. Let's see what they are. Let's see what they are. Ooh, that's a name. Ooh, that's a name. Ooh. Ooh, he might have to be next. See that's the problem though is you find a juicy one like that, right? An alchemist, and the problem is you want to put them on there, but that's another day or so. Yeah, and so you're like you have to make that decision. Like I'll have to hopefully he doesn't disappear on me. Was that Cole? No, it's just dark as a shadow. And hopefully he doesn't disappear on me, and that way I can get a he'll last half the day or something, and then I can get him. Or do I want to risk it? You know what I mean? Do I want to risk it? And I used to have a base right up here on the top part of this hill. Oh, almost exactly where this guy's base is. Interesting. This guy's got a trebuchet. Like, I wonder what he's going to use that on, because this is a PvE conflict server. What we got here? Kind of like to get some coal. I know there's some around here. It's been a while, but I remember there's being some couple little deposits. There's also some wolves. Yeah, I got to figure out what I want to do about if I want to go the star metal route or if I want to go the if I want to go the um, repair kit route. I think it actually might. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I knew there was some. I knew there was some coal in the immediate vicinity. This stuff is just so much more efficient than uh, than burning wood. Kind of do a little passive farming while I get this. Here we go. Some more iron. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go hit the gym today. Try to do a little passive lifting. Nothing crazy, just to try to stay healthy, stay relevant. Get a little exercise. I was either debating that or the pool. Go swim some laps, do like 500 meters. The pool is super nice this time of year too, because of the Rona restrictions. They make you call ahead and get an appointment, which is kind of cheesy. I'm getting real frustrated with how loss of freedoms on a lot of this stuff. I'm getting kind of agitated how you just permanently forever have to alter your life. The pool could be completely empty and you got to call, make an appointment. They've also kind of shut down a lot of amenities too. Like stores used to stay open 24 hours a day. Like I went a while back. I went to Taco Cabana, and Taco Cabana used to be 24 hours a day. And let me get rid of this. And get rid of this. And now it's now they close at like 8 o'clock. They've completely wiped out their labor force and their hours, and um, they got their revenue probably cut in half. And just it's just the whole situation's just a mess. Oh, I don't want to walk back. I got to get rid of some of this. I got to get rid of just a little bit. Get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, the whole situation's just gradual sloping decline. Put this in here. I think I'm going to keep this video at like 30 minutes ish. And just kind of want to load up the furnace. That the idea is just to load up the furnace. Uh, See, right now I got 3 hours. What if I put this in there? What if I switch? An hour and 40 minutes. Take this out. I take this out. Put this in there. I'll put this in there. That's quite a bit. That's quite a 800 iron and 190 brick. That's pretty good. And then yeah, so this plus this, that's decent. That's decent. And then I'll just put this over here. Oh, I got this. Take this out and put this. Because I know for the bigger wheel, because the direction I'm going with this is the reason why I'm collecting this stuff is because I think I need 200 if I remember correctly for the medium wheel of pain. So this one, right? Yeah. Oh, it's only 50. Oh, 200. Yeah. Yeah. Shaped wood. I need to make a carpenter's bench. Wish I could just farm this. This is kind of the rough part, though. I really need like a tier 1 or tier 2 blacksmith to cut my material cost down, because it's going to take me 400 or 500 iron to make this. Put a little bit of iron. Repair more. Clicking on the wrong thing. Repair. It's weird how it cycles into different places. Okay, and then put this back, and then put this in here. There we go. Here. Yeah, and then let's see where we're at here. Yeah, it just needs a little bit more. Just needs a little bit more, and then yeah, there's an alchemist over there. I see you. I see you. I wish I did a video about an hourglass. I wish they had an hourglass, a spyglass, and I could look. I could just kind of use my. They have that in Exiles, and I love it, love it, love it. It's a great mechanic, and get some more iron real quick. I think I'm gonna end the video here. As always, let me know what you think. Feedback is always welcome. You can agree, disagree. I'm I really enjoy a good debate or argument or discussion topic or discussion point. So feel free to chime in. As always, thanks for watching.